The media has a unique mandate that revolves around promoting citizen empowerment, enhancing public service delivery, and prudent utilization of resources through various reporting channels. The media also has a major role in ensuring that taxpayers get the best value for their taxes. This gives the media an enviable vantage point of being able to shape the narrative around the wage bill. It is this specific media role that we tap into for the conference. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the conference will strengthen our mandates, increase adherence to constitutional and statutory provisions, and enhance our resolve to achieve a wage bill to revenue ratio of 35% by 2028. The conveners of the conference shall continue to respond to increasing needs and complex challenges in dealing with the public wage bill. With everyone's support, we shall work together to realize the national wage bill aspirations target of towards 35%. God bless you and God bless Kenya, and I thank you. Now I take this opportunity to welcome the CS, Honorable Moses Kuria, to give his remarks. Welcome. Please give him a better round of applause.
Thank you, Chair of the SRC, Honorable Mandici, Chair of IKFTC, my good friend Kirago, and also Public Service Commission, the entire SRC commissioners and management and staff members, members of public service, ladies and gentlemen from before the state. I am very honored and pleased to be here as we set the tone and the stage for the large World Conference that will happen from the 15th to the 17th next week. This topic is extremely important. I must say that I have been part of this conversation right from 2014 in the first World Conference that I helped to put together. And I must say that for us, we have seen minimal improvements. It is really, way off from where we ought to be. Let me just put into context what the reduction from 43% to 35% means. As the chair has said, it means 80 billion shillings. What that means is that I'm just looking at some of the sectors, like the road sector. Our road sector is barely moving at all. Projects are abandoned all over the country. People who are working on these projects in terms of jobs are jobless. The exchequer, which was receiving VAT and other taxes from these projects, it is showing in the gap in terms of our revenues. So if we can, for example, guarantee that 80 billion extra will be added just to the road sector year on year, then we could restart a program that has got a very wide multiplier effect on many sectors of our economy and in the quality of living of our people. This topic, 183,000 people, 983,000 people, let's call them a million, for argument's purpose, in a country of 54 million. Million will take home 57 million shillings. This is a question of morality. It's a question of ethics. It's a question of, it's not even a question of economics and other high-sounding principles. It's a question of selfishness. How can 1 million people be so selfish? To just go half. Imagine 100 people are given 100 shillings. You know, and 1 million, and 10 people get away with half of that. Is that really fair? Do we really have any mathematical or realistic chance of going to heaven? When we are so selfish. But let's look at it conversely. The other 53 million people, they need to have their heads staked. How can you agree to this? How can you agree to show the 1 million people for so long? It is a question of morality on the side of the 1 million, but really it's a question of common sense. And for the 53 million, they need to check into the hospital today. I said, how can you allow 1 million people to continue gobbling money that you select, that you raise from your sweat? So that really is really the context of this. It's not an academic discussion. It's not an theoretical discussion. It's a question of morality. It's a question of ethics. It's a question of fairness. And it's a question of public expectation. And really, the capacity. As a fellow of mine by the name of Kato King says, I'm inviting the 53 million who are shouldering their 1 million to exercise their capacity to get anointing. Yeah, that is what I'm doing. I'm inviting them to exercise their capacity to get anointed and ask, how can you? A few hours in the afternoon, you work for yourself. Of how I see it. The first pillar is on the our monetary front, or the monetary policy, or the monetary performance. And ladies and gentlemen, on that front, we are doing extremely well. Our sharing, as you can see, has recovered. Inflation is within check. I just had a chat last evening with the Governor of Central Bank in preparation for this briefing. And we are even raising, and we continue the current trajectory. We are going to increase our import cover by increasing our reserves to 4 to 4.5 months cover. It is by the strengthening of the shape on our debt obligation, which is washed away by our poor performance of the fiscal space, which is my second pillar. And this discussion today is really about our fiscal money and our fiscal space. Debt comes and takes away the other 64%. So what are we saying here? I thought in the afternoon Kenyans will work for themselves. So in the morning they're working for me and me, Mangich and you and the 1 million people. In the afternoon they work on 1 million people. 15 million work for 1 million, and then in the afternoon they work for debt. So I have not even counted our O&M. And by the way, this question of O&M is also interesting, because who consumes O&M? Ask yourself. What about the rich people? The rich people in the private sector? Who consumes O&M? Still these 1 million voters. Still these 1 million scavengers. We are still the same. So in the morning, Kenyans work for mandazi, for salaries. In the afternoon, they work for debt. In the evening, even though we are sleeping, they work for our mandazi and our flowers. That simply put, that is what's happening. And Kenyans are slaves of us, of this 1 million people. We are the people who take debt. We are the people who are paid salaries. We are the people. We have to do something. We have to do something on our salaries. We have to do something on our debt. And most important thing, we have to do something about the matter. Consider, when you see somebody asking for a pay rise, remind them that, excuse me, you are a vulture. Excuse me, you are a scavenger. Excuse me, you stand zero chance of going to heaven. Because this is the reality of what we are facing. That is on, of course, related to this, is on our public investment. Our public investment, which is called. One, from the mathematics I've given, is not even enough for the debt, for the salaries, and for the mandatory. We start borrowing from there. Two, to carry out public investment, we borrow to invest, because all our development budget is actually fully funded by borrowing. Yeah, you used to call them donors before. I am not even donors anymore. I only know people who are raising us money for them to make profit. So let no one call those people donors anymore. They are lenders who are in business, and they are very happy to find people who are foolish enough to continue spreading everything they have, going out there to borrow, and they borrow at very good and exorbitant interest rates. So because of all this, for doing our public investment, and so you find that now, as we speak, as of now, and we are now in the fourth quarter, in another less than 80 days, we will close the books for the financial year 2023-2024. Our exchequer releases, listen to this, our exchequer releases for purposes of recurring expenditure, including mandatories and salaries, starts at 75%. Very good, because we are now at 75% of the financial year. So that's mathematics matching. Our public investments, so-called development budget releases, as we speak, is 16%. So we'll see again how selfish we are. Money comes here to Nigeria, for mandate and for salaries and for trips and for all this. It comes on 75% of the year, 75% of the releases. The one for 53 million is the development budget. First of all, the money is not there, the money is borrowed, and up to now, we have only released 16% of development budget, with 75% elapsed time as we head towards the end of the financial year. So tell me, even if in the next 80 days,